The Pitchsider. Pitchside for every game.
Hello and welcome back to the Pitchsider Podcast. Hope you are well. The international games have now finished and we are now back to our regular schedule with Premier League at the weekend. We do have the return of Champions League coming up next week, so keep an eye out for that. But this week we've got the new England manager to quickly talk about, and then we'll go through the Premier League and Championship as normal, and then we'll go through what's happened in the European leagues as well. Very interesting to see where this goes. Let's get started. So let's start quickly with the big news of last week was the appointment of Thomas Tuchel as the England manager. Now, this has caused a lot of controversy between the English fan base. More people siding that they didn't want him in the sort of lineup as the manager. And then there's a select few, which I think I include myself within that, who are quite excited by his appointment. So I'll give you both points of view and then you can take your opinion on there. But please do let us know what you think. So the kind of most English fans would like to see an English manager in job. I think also the fact that he is a German manager and there's always been a bitter rivalry between sort of England and Germany, especially with that sort of Frank Lampard goal that should have scored. Might have been a turning point in that competition. There's been always a fierce rivalry. Many fans do not want to see a German coach manage the English national team. So, there is that. And I think that is where a lot of the criticism comes from him. In terms of football play style, he's more of a defensive coach, a bit like Southgate. So whether he was the best appointment to fit in with all of our attacking talent we have with the likes of Kane, Bellingham, Saka, Foden, Palmer, all of these players to fit in, only time will tell. Probably the only bit of criticism I have, many formations he likes are around sort of the five at the back with sort of attacking wing plaques. Worked very well under Chelsea with the likes of Reece James and Chilwell, so whether we could see both these players back in England squad and doing well, be time to tell. But also, from the other point of sort of, Tuchel is a very, very good cup-winning coach. He's won a lot of cups. He obviously very highly won the Champions League at Chelsea. He's won a couple of other competitions here and there. Did well with PSG. He's a very top coach. Obviously, last at Bayern Munich, did well under there. Unlucky to not win the league there, but yeah. It's very hard to tell. He's used to managing big players. He's dealt with the likes of Mbappe. He's obviously managed Harry Kane. He's managed a lot of the Chelsea players that are English. So he'll be able to deal with these personalities as well. It's a big change for him from going from club management to international management. It is a bit more not as formal. You're not able to get as much of your tactics in, develop players. But yeah, only time will tell, see how well he does. Very happy with his appointment, and I'm looking forward to the next sort of international break where he's in charge. I don't believe he's in charge till at least January next year. It'd be interesting to see where this can go. Moving on to the Premier League now. So there's been a full round of fixtures on here. So a few games to cover here. We'll go through the table to see where this also has left your team. A few big upsets in the games. Let's see where we are. So, starting off on Saturday, we had Tottenham versus West Ham. So, Tottenham won this 4-1 against West Ham. Fulham lost to Aston Villa 3-1. Manchester United got back to winning ways with a 2-1 victory over Brentford. Newcastle lost to Brighton 1-0. Leicester beat Southampton 3-2 in a 5-goal thriller. Ipswich lost to Everton 2-1. And Arsenal lost to Bournemouth after a red card 2-0. On Sunday, we had Wolves versus Man City. Man City managed to get a late winner here, ending the game at 2-1. And Liverpool beat Chelsea 2-1 in the late kickoff on Sunday. And as I was recording this, as this goes out, we do have Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. So, looking at the Premier League, we'll go through some of the games here. Tottenham West Ham, massive score here. Kulusevski, Bournemouth, known goal, and Son all scoring here. Kudus did get sent off in the 85th minute. A spectacular second half display from Tottenham ran out a dominant Premier League winners over local rivals West Ham. Hammers winger Kudus turned in the opening goal for the game from Jared Bowen cross in the 18th minute, but haven't missed a similar chance in the earlier moments. Midfielder Kulusevski got Spurs a deserved equaliser, which squeezed in after hitting both posts after the 36th minute. With Spurs dominance in the first half, they took the game to another level with with Maddison substituted for Pablo Sarr. They scored 7 minutes later with Basuma arriving to finish off an Ungagi cut back across. Son, who was putting the screens for the other goals, and then saw his shot by Arroyo deflected off John Clare Tobo into the goal. The Korean scored 5 minutes later by tucking in the finishing goal. Manchester United probably eases a bit off with Rashford and Fernandes getting assists and Garnacho and Højlund scoring in this game. Manchester United came from behind to secure a crucial victory over Brentford at Old Trafford as it eased pressure on Erik ten Hag. United trailed at the break thanks to a Pinnock controversial injury time header, which came while Matthias de Ligt was off the pitch being treated for a head wound. But at the start of the second half, Garnacho ended the home side's 316th minute Premier League goal drought as he applied a magnificent first touch finish from a Marcus Rashford cross. Striker Højlund, who won it for the host in the 62nd minute when he ran on to a Bruno Fernandes flick from the outside of the boot. Bournemouth versus Arsenal, a bit of a shock here. I think many people had Arsenal to win this. Bournemouth ended a 10-man Arsenal's unbeaten start to the season after Saliba was shown the first red card of his career. French international Saliba was dismissed inside the opening first half an hour, having tripped Everton close to the centre circle after being pushed unnecessarily pressured by Leonardo Trosso's poor pass. The game did go on to end 2-0, which led Arsenal to losing the game. The big game from Sunday was Liverpool versus Chelsea. Salah scored a penalty and Jones scored a goal, whereas Jackson also got a goal in this. Liverpool returned to the top of the league with a victory over Chelsea as Anfield manager Slot outstanding start continues. The Dutchman is the first Liverpool boss to win 10 of his first 11 games in their latest triumph, sending them clear of Man City following. Salah put Liverpool ahead from the spot after 29 minutes following a Colwill foul on Curtis Jones. No, the second penalty awarded on the stroke of the half-time for Chelsea goalkeeper Sanchez's block on the same player was overturned by VAR. So let's have a look at the table and where this takes us. So Liverpool are top, 1 point clear of Man City. Arsenal remain in third, with Aston Villa sitting in fourth. Brighton in fifth as Chelsea dropped to sixth following the defeat. Tottenham move up to seventh, followed by Newcastle, Fulham and Bournemouth. Manchester United climb up the table from to 11th, followed by Forest, Brentford, Leicester, West Ham, Everton and Ipswich. In the relegation zone, we have Palace, Southampton and Wolves Wanderers. And Palace can climb out of this if they do win tonight. Having a look at the Conference League. Just have a look at the Championship quickly. And we'll run through all of the goals from there. And then we will see where we are from. We'll run through all of the games, have a look at the table. So on Friday we had Leeds who beat Sheffield 2-0. On Saturday, Cardiff beat Plymouth Argyle 5-0. Luton beat Watford 3-0. West Brom and Oxford was 1-1. Preston North End beat Coventry City 1-0. Blackburn Rovers beat Swansea 1-0. Bristol beat Middlesbrough 2-0. Millwall and Derby was 1-0. Portsmouth got their first win of the season with a win over QPR, which ended 2-1. Burnley beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-0. And Stoke and Norwich was 1-1. On Sunday, in the Championship, Sunderland beat Hull 1-0. And as of today, there is no games for them to play. So having a look at the Championship table, Sunderland remain top with 1 point clear from Burnley, who sit in second, with Leeds, Sheffield, West Brom and Blackburn Rovers making up the top 6 teams fighting for promotion. Cardiff sit Cardiff set the top of the relegation teams, followed by Portsmouth and QPR, who sit in bottom. 1 point separates them, but also Coventry City sits in 21st, with also joined on 8 points. So let's now move on to the European segment of this. So let's have a look of the games. So on Sunday in the Liga, we had Real Vallecano beat Deport Alvarez 3-2. Borussia Dortmund beat St. Paul 2-1. And Lille and Monaco drew 0-0. On Sunday in the Liga, Atletico Club beat Espana 4-1. Real Betis beat Osasuna 2-1. Real Sociedad beat Granada 1-0. And Real Madrid beat Celta de Vigo 2-1. In the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen beat Frankfurt 2-1. Borussia Mönchengladbach beat Heidenheim 3-2. Freiburg beat Augsburg 3-1. Hoffenheim beat Bochum 3-1. RB Leipzig beat Mainz 2-0 and Bayern Munich beat Stuttgart 4-0. In Serie A, Como and Parma drew 1-1. Bologna and Ghent drew 2-2. AC Milan beat Udinese 1-0 and Juventus beat Lazio 1-0. In Ligue 1, Brest beat Rennes drew 1-1. Lens beat St Etienne 2-0 and PSG beat Strasbourg 4-2. On Sunday in the Liga, Mallorca beat Real Vallecano 1-0. Atletico Madrid beat Langes 3-1. Villarreal and Getafe was 1-0 and Barcelona beat Sevilla 5-1. In the Bundesliga, Union Berlin beat Hossa Cologne 2-0 and Wolfsburg lost to Werder Bremen 4-2. In Serie A, Napoli beat Empoli 1-0. Fiorentina beat Lecce 6-0. Anderlecht beat Valencia 2-1. Cagliari beat Torino 2-1. And Inter Milan beat Roma 1-0. In terms of Ligue 1 on Sunday, Lyon beat Le Havre 4-0. Orts beat Reims 2-1. Nantes and Nice was 1-0. Angers and Toulouse was 1-0. And Marseille beat Montpellier 5-0. As of Monday, we do have Valencia versus La Palmas, Hellas Verona versus Monza, in the Serie A and La Liga. So having a look at the tables in Serie A, Napoli are top with 19 points, followed by Inter Milan, Juventus and AC Milan. Fiorentina and Atalanta are making up the rest of the European spots. Lecce, Monza and Valencia are all in the relegation zone. In La Liga, Barcelona are top, followed by Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid in third, followed by Valencia in fourth. Athletic Club and Mallorca sit in fifth and sixth, with Real Vallecano, Valencia and Las Palmas in the relegation zones. Looking at the Bundesliga table, Bayern Munich are top, followed by RB Leipzig, Freiburg and Bayer Leverkusen, with Union Berlin and Frankfurt sitting in fifth and sixth, with St. Paul, Hosselen and Bochum all in the relegation zone. And finally in Ligue 1, PSG are sitting top, followed by Monaco, Marseille, Lille, Lens and Rennes make up the European spots, with Le Havre, Angers and Montpellier all in the relegation zone. So in terms of news from the European football, we have Lewandowski helps leaders Barcelona thrash Seville. Lewandowski continues his red hot form with 2 goals for Barcelona. Mudryk becomes Real Madrid's oldest ever player. Kane nets a hat-trick as Bayern beat Stuttgart. 10 men, AC Milan hold on after VAR denies them twice for Udinese. Boniface scores a late winner for Bayer Leverkusen, winning their game this week. And that's really it. There wasn't really much European news from this week. Nothing's really happened as much. The final bit of news that we are going to drop in here, as of recording this, has dropped. The Liverpool captain has said he is open to talks with the club about signing a new deal. The 33-year-old has been without a club since January 2018, and his current contract runs out at the end of the season. Van Dijk said the decisions are ongoing and we will see what happens with his future. My full focus is on Liverpool and I want games that are ahead of me, nothing else. What the future will bring, I have no idea at the moment. I can only tell you that discussions have started and we will see. This is a development story, so we will please keep you up to date with this news story on our social media page. So do check them out if needed. But yeah, that wraps up this week's podcast. Hope you have had a fantastic week and have enjoyed. And yeah, thank you for listening and we will see you next week. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
For all the latest news, transfers and football articles, check out thepitchsider.com. It's the place to be. Contact us on our socials. Instagram and Twitter is @thepitchsider or via email is thepitchsider@hotmail.com.